who broke his leg last week because I dragged him up to Sligo, and I promised as I was coming down the mountain with him screaming in pain that I wouldn't drag him anywhere else unnecessarily. So I deliberated a good deal about getting the bus up here today, and I said, what's the point? Like, why are we here? You know, what is achieved? Is there something going to be achieved today? Or are we just sort of making a very long journey for a very small return? And what came to me was that this that we fight against, this that we resist now, is the separation of people from each other. It is our isolation, because the only way that a weak minority can subdue a strong majority is to separate them. Where there's more of us, and we are stronger because we are in love. And to isolate us, this is a move to isolate human beings from each other. And so we came here today because we've been seeing faces in the virtual connection for the past year, names, and now we're putting faces to the names. So we came here for human connection, and that's actually what it's all about, to connect with one another, humans to humans. And when we are connected, we are unified, and when we are unified, we are unstoppable. It also came to me that another thing that we might achieve here today is to make a declaration of non-consent. The reason that all this happens, allow me to get a bit spiritual. We live in a free will universe, and nothing happens without our consent. But our tacit consent is implied if we say nothing. So we have to make very loud declarations of non-consent, and this is powerful because the universe reads our non-consent. And this, the powers that be, this is power, you know, and we have to, I believe that. And so this is why I wrote this poem. And this is addressed to the people who don't know yet. And it's also addressed to the bastards that do. Are you stuck to your phone? Do you find yourself prone that your time's on loan from the machine? As you're streaming your live stream and bleeding your live stream over wavelengths too short to transmit your great import, penetrating your skull as you're trying to mull over a tablet instead of a book, deleting the commandment, thou shalt not put false gods before me, artificial before real. Well, now you can call me conspiracy theorist, and thus with your fear twist fact into fiction and men of conviction into nut jobs, wackos, basket cases, brave faces into faceless mobs, yobs, fellas with no jobs, in this fear campaign, in this shock that you feign, muddy in the waters that I'm wading through up to my neck in this wreck age of the age of Aquarius, and my service to humanity sneered, called insanity, blacklisted and shifted, sidelined and twisted, contracted and confined by the spear campaign. You call it connected, the folks all being dissected in virtual realities, lost in trivialities, gaffer with banalities, while the number of fatalities grows to epidemic levels. And you call it broadband, that constricts my chest, and you call it black spot, where a bird might rest. And I know you mean experiment when you say test. Well, I'm pissing on your parade, exposing your charade, this boon to the community, this employment without impunity. I do not consent to your bumping off of the bees and your hijacking of the vocabularies. I do not consent to your bumping off of the bees and your hijacking of the vocabularies. Living in hive homes where the only thing buzzing is your phone. I do not consent to these frequencies that you roll out with such ease. To the culling of the trees for insurance actuaries because their leaves would block 5Gs. You want the blue? I do not consent to the digital innovation hub and the rural regeneration fund. Because there's a rub and my nose is in it. In the name of employment, you make a deployment of troops in suits, promising jobs of shining boots and kissing ass. I do not consent to PsyCap or to the IRIS database to review my individual case for the social welfare state, nor to the wanton waste of human life of human rights and those fucking LED lights that are luring children like moths to a flame, to their parents' shame. But are the parents to blame? Or are they just pawns in the game? Now, you can call me fanatic and anti-democratic to question autocratic policies from politicians saying cheese, giving me a bone to appease. But I'm not wagging my tail at this success that will fail in the bigger picture, where rules are stricter between right and wrong, between winning and won. Oh, this is good. I'm going to distract the baby. Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is just encouragement, is it? Okay. Now there's division in the ranks from your subtle as a tank oppositionary politicking. Give your one a bollocking for her loony left politics. For her loony left politics. Oh yeah. Hang on a second now. Oh yeah, no. For her loony left hardline. Do you know loitering is a crime? Just when we were all doing fine in the middle of the road. So take a part. Choose a side. Because fried or plied, there's no sideline in an eco-side. Because wise man and fool are the same in all but name. And at the risk of not being cool, we can stake a solid claim to fame as harbingers and seers on our soapbox, making queer ridiculed for the sheer nerve of us, pestering the next best thing, questioning what's festering. We need to step bold into the dark now and brave into the past, shunning these advancements and the addiction to be fast. Because, you know, they might control the stations and they might control the rich, but no one controls the faithful, and the faithful can flick the switch. Ishna, my sidekick.